Hi, my name's Cassidy. Welcome back. Thank you very much for listening. So, obviously, I think I've started my thing around an awkward time. There's a lot of uncertainty with politics, with how the world is going to end up, and I definitely want you guys to use my videos as escape and to have freedom from that. I just realized it's a good show. Good show. But this is going to be a little bit more serious. It's not going to be as fun. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But to anybody in the LA protests right now that have been hurt or injured, and I have seen so many images and scary stories of kids getting hurt, police officers or sheriffs getting hurt, and for the flat out record, they were peacefully protesting. Why is it when this administration lets other people protest that pertains more to their views, they can protest, it's okay? Or what about the January 6th? Yes, I'm going there. Because there is a big difference of an actual threat, because that was full of people that I don't think realized how far their emotions could push them, and it was attack. Versus, there's a lot of things right now done by the administration that are pissing people off, and frankly scares me. Scares for my safety, for the people I love. And this, I could go down the rabbit hole, and I don't want to. Because I know there's people out there that see what I see, and what I simply mean by that is just I want to just say like a couple of things. Good example is that I don't like how they are picking who gets justice and who isn't. That is not how justice should work. It should be for everybody. Second, they're assuming everybody that disagrees with them is criminal. They're not doing things right. They're not doing it legally. And when at the same time, if we did that to them and said, okay, you guys have been accused of some shit, but we're going to judge all of you on the shit you did and your whole entire character. Oh, you get mad and upset? Well, you're doing that to other people. And that is what they're doing. And I don't think that's okay. I don't think this is okay at all what's going on. Everybody should have a right to protest. And that does mean, can things get out of hand? Honestly, absolutely. Because you do have the people that are genuinely passionate, and then you have the people just looking to start a fight. But that doesn't mean you think the worst of everybody and then attack them, especially because what hurts is seeing that all these people are protesting is natural. If you really want you guys to think, if you were picked off the street one day and you were never going to see your mom, your sister, your pets, your job, your whole life would be completely shattered. You would be broken because you would never know when you were coming home. You would lose everything you worked for and generally be cast aside and dehumanized. That sounds very similar to a lot of the fucked up parts in history. And I'm glad people are standing up. And this is to any LA protester out there. And this is to anybody that is doing that right now. You are brave. But also, be safe. If you've gotten hurt or you have gotten hurt for this, I'm truly sorry. You're going to hear my cat, but that, in this case, that's okay. But I am going to move out of the house so then you don't at least hear her. Because I don't feel the best. As you guys, if you guys haven't kept up, I do have a thing, kind of big health thing called endometriosis, and today it just hit really hard, so I really don't feel the best, and I'm really tired and exhausted. So, you guys are brave, you guys are kind. and I don't want people to stop fighting, because I don't think a lot of scary part is dictatorship or authoritarianship. They're gonna start censoring, and they're gonna try and control. They're gonna try to limit education, and this is all so then you are stupid enough to be brainwashed, and you can have your own autonomy. And we can't stop people from being like this in the world, but that's why these kind of people shouldn't be in leadership or any government, because they also think their way is their highway, and they are completely right. Now, if you are one of these people, or if you feel severely attacked right now, I am sorry. Once again, you're allowed to think you're high and mighty. You're allowed to. But what I'm talking about right now is that we have higher people up there that are generally lacking the fact that it's not your way or the highway when you're in charge of the whole fucking world. When there's so many different people, so many different cultures that you should be aware of and considerate, and remember that it may not affect you, but it's going to affect somebody. And I'm not saying everybody has to agree with everybody, but this is not okay. People getting hurt in protest, people worrying about seeing their kids getting snatched. None of this is okay. We have got to remember, we have a constitution. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I never cared much about it until all this happened. But that's because I never felt like it was a threat. I never felt like people would mix the words. And I never felt like the basic common sense things. It's like, for a good example, at my work, I work at a factory, and when I train somebody, there's just common sense things that I don't tell them. Like, hey, don't stick your hand in a grinder and get your hand cut off. That kind of thing. So I never worried that the common sense things of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, you can freely protest, all this kind of women's rights, all this kind of stuff, whatever, would just be blatantly, hey, we gotta remember, we're all different, but we're not gonna sham and hurt people and generally hurt and manipulate to get my way. Now, I'm also not saying, I don't think that maybe the administration doesn't know they're doing this, and what I mean is that maybe they are not psychologically aware enough that this is how they're coming across. But if that is the case, then I hope they start, because how this is going is not okay. All right, and then saying they're going to go to Democrat cities, this is the thing I'm scared of. Once again, do what they're doing all night, but you cannot override just because you're president doesn't mean we're all slaves to you or servants. That is, governors have every right to tell you, we don't need your help. We are fine. These people are peacefully protesting, and honestly, we're okay. There is no threat. There's no need to send tactical. Also, once again, in this political divide, instead of saying, well, I want to offer these countries support, I'm not going to go in there. I'm just saying, if they need me, here's the military force or the tactical force, if available. There, you leave it there. Because you're not stepping over the line of, well, it's what I think is more important, so I'm not going to care the fact that you are the governor of this. My head really hurts. So what I'm trying to always remember is, anyone out there that is in LA right now that is going through this, whether you're an everyday resident or you are somebody that is actively protesting, be safe for yourself and for other people, and to always just keep fighting, keep standing up for everyday people. This means a lot, and we got fight in us. I don't mean physical, I don't mean verbal, I just mean we have the spirit of kindness and wanting equalness, and that's what's going to carry us forward. And I hope not just the ordinary people, but the higher up people get their minds out of their beliefs and actually go back to the idea of we are not representative of everybody. And that we should always consider other people's ideas and opinions, but also balance not overstepping and learning that no is okay. And sometimes you don't need your way to go all 100%. You know, if ever at the end of the day these two parties ever, I've always said, if these two parties ever got together and agreed on shit, they would be unstoppable. But that is not the case. So this is to any LA people that are protesting now. Please be safe. You have people out here that care, that don't want you hurt, and you're truly brave. And if you ever want to watch a certain movie, this is really just a movie I watched a long time ago, but it's called The Hate U Give. It feels eerily similar to what's going on right now. Not the issues it's talking about in the movie, but in the message of the more hate we give, the more hate is going to give back to us. So I do hope you have a really good day. Thank you for listening, and please stay safe out there. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.